Creating a full animated story used to take an entire team of writers, artists, animators, voice actors, and weeks of work just to bring a few minutes of animation to life. But with Google's Nano Banana and Kling 2.1, I was able to create a complete AI animated story like this in just a few minutes.
A sunny day, a giant ice cream, and not a care in the world. What could possibly go wrong? Inside, googly-eyed aliens stared.
After spending time experimenting with different setups for the past month, I figured out the one tool that makes it all possible without ever leaving it. So in this video, I'll walk you through exactly how I created this story step by step and how you can do the same for your own projects. Now I'm going to show you two ways that you can create your stories. And for both of them, I'm going to be using the tool called OpenArt, and I'll link it down in the description below so you can follow along. So the first way is going to be very beginner friendly. The way you access it is by clicking on the story button in the left corner. And then for the story type, you want to go with character vlog, since the other two, music video and explainer video, don't really fit our purpose here, which is creating animation stories. When you click that, you'll get prompted with a new window where you can select your characters. You can either choose one or two characters, and you can select them from the Community Characters tab, and there are actually a lot of really good ones in there. Or you can just create one yourself. To do that, you click on the Create tab, give your character a name, and upload an image of whatever character you want. Now if you don't have an image, here's a little secret tip. You can actually create a character from scratch just by describing it. On the left side where it says character, you just start with a description. So for mine, I'm going to name her Lily, and for the style I'll go with a clay Pixar style, and then I'll describe her as a girl with pink hair. Now you don't really have to go super detailed with the hair or anything, but there's this enhance button that will automatically make your prompt more specific. You'll see it adds a lot more text to it. Once you've done that, you click preview in the bottom right, and then it will generate 3 different versions of your character. Out of the 3 I got, I like the second one the most. She just looks the most Pixar style. So I'll select that one and then click create character. Once you do that, it takes about 3 minutes for the model to actually train on your character. After that, you can go back to the story section and you'll see your character is now selected. Then you can choose whether to allow outfit changes or not. Next, you create your vlog topic. Even though it says vlog, this is really just a story idea. It doesn't have to be a vlog. So I'll write my story idea here. Lily is walking around the town with her ice cream when suddenly a spaceship comes and abducts her. She boards the spaceship and then she tries to escape. It automatically tags Lily as the main character for the story, which is nice. And then I just choose the aspect ratio. I'm going to go with 16:9 because I'm not making short form content here, but if you want to, you can definitely do that. Then you can add background music. You can either upload your own or use AI generated music or just pick from trending songs. I'll just let it auto select trending songs so it matches the vibe. Now you can either preview the storyboard or go ahead and generate the full video. I usually recommend creating the storyboard first because generating the full story costs 1,000 credits and you don't have much control over how it comes out. With the storyboard, you get to see the rough outline of the scenes and make edits before committing. So I'll create a storyboard, and as you can see, it generated a couple of scenes here. I can go in and change things around if I want, but I actually like what it made, so I'll just leave it as it is. Then I click create video and let it render, and here's the result. The video came out looking really good. It has the Pixar style we started with. The animations are smooth, and overall, I think it looks really nice. The one thing you'll probably want to adjust is the music, but even without that, it's a really good result if you just want a simple, fun story with your characters. Alright, so that's the beginner-friendly way of doing it. Now let's take a look at the more advanced version, which gives you a lot more control and usually even better results. So to create our more advanced story, you first want to start off by creating a script. For that, we're going to use ChatGPT. I already have a template made, and I'll link it down in the description so you can just copy it. All you have to do is paste it in and insert your story idea. For example, I'll write, a blonde girl is walking around town with her ice cream. Then she gets abducted by aliens, and once she's on board the spaceship, she tries to escape. And as you can see, the AI gives us a full overview. Now the next step is to actually create the image prompts. To do this, you just paste in this prompt right here. Create an image prompt for this scene that is going to be used as the starting scene for a video creation with AI. Then also create a prompt that describes the action that is going to happen in the video with our image that you've just generated a prompt for as the starting frame. And then paste in your first scene description right after it. So now let's create some images with Nano Banana. Nano Banana is especially good for this step because it isn't just a text-to-image model. What sets it apart is how good it is in image editing and consistency. If you want to make adjustments to a generated image, like changing backgrounds, fixing details, or editing specific parts without losing the overall style, Nano Banana handles that really well. Now to do that, I'll head into the image creation workflow and then switch the model to Nano Banana. Then I'll upload a photo of this Pixar-style girl I found online and paste it into the image guidance section. Then I'll paste in my first prompt and turn the number of images to 4. And now I hit generate and we've got 4 images. Out of these, I like the first and the second image most. They both look really cool, so I'll save one of those. Now I'll repeat the process for scene 2. Same thing, paste in the prompt, add the scene description, adjust the settings, and generate. The new image comes out really good as well, and that's one of Nano Banana's biggest strengths, maintaining character identity. Other models might slightly change facial features or clothing when you generate new frames, but Nano Banana locks in on your original design and takes it across multiple generations. That's a huge benefit if you're trying to create an animation or a story where continuity really matters. It actually stays very close to our character design, which is exactly what we want. I'll pick the one that looks best and move on. I'll just keep repeating this process for all the other scenes until I have all the images generated. Once that's done, here's a little trick to stay organized. While you're generating, whenever you find an image you like, just star it. That way, all your chosen images stay saved under this Star tab. Makes it way easier later. Now, once you have your final images, you can turn them into videos. To do this, just click on the image you want, then in the top right corner, click to open it in the video workflow. For the model, I'll use Kling 2.1, since in my experience, it gives the best results for this type of animation. Then I'll go back to my ChatGPT script, copy the video prompt it gave me, and paste it in here. For the settings, I'll set the duration to 5 seconds and the quality mode to master. Then I'll hit create, and as you can see, the video looks really good. Honestly, I'd say it looks even better than what we got from the beginner method. Definitely a solid result. And again, this is where Nano Banana plays a key role, because the images you feed into Kling start out cleaner and more consistent. The video outputs tend to look better and more believable. If your images are messy or inconsistent, the animation model will give you a way worse looking video. But Nano Banana gives Kling the best possible input to work with, which is why the results look this good. From here, you just rinse and repeat the process for all of your scenes until you have all the videos ready. Now, one thing to note, sometimes your generations might come out a little off. Maybe something doesn't make sense visually. That's totally normal. All you have to do is tweak the prompt a bit, change the phrasing, and generate again. So now I've gone ahead and generated all my images and videos for every scene in the story. The next step is adding in the narrations. Inside OpenArt, without leaving the platform, just go to the audio section right here. This is where you can generate speech using 11 Labs voice models. I'll copy the lines from my script and paste it in here. Then for the voice, you can browse and listen until you find one that fits your theme. For me, I think Emily sounds best for this narration.
Never mistake motion for action.
So I'll go with her. Now I'll adjust the settings a bit. So stability basically tells you how stable the voice is in terms of randomness, like how similar it stays if you generate it multiple times. The similarity boost determines how much the AI should stick to the original voice, which is useful if you're trying not to drift too far from it. Style exaggeration means the AI will add in some extra noises and effects to make it sound a little more expressive. And speed is just how fast the voice will be talking. So I'll set stability at 0.5, similarity boost at 0.5 as well, style exaggeration at 0.2, and I'll leave speed at 1. Then I'll click create.
A sunny day, a giant ice cream, and not.
And when I play it back, the voice sounds really good. Very natural for an AI generated voice. Now to add some final details to our video, we of course want to have a song behind it. And you can actually generate one using this tool right here called Suno AI. That's the most popular platform I've heard of for making songs. Once you log into it, you'll land on the homepage where you can describe the kind of song you want. So I'll just type playful cartoon background music. And as you can see, Suno generates a couple of options for us. Let's take a listen. Now that we have our final song, we can finally put the animation together. You can use whatever editing software you like. I'm gonna use CapCut for this one. So I'll just open up a new project and drop all of my videos inside. The editing is pretty simple, just to make it flow a bit better. Now let's take a look at the final video.
A sunny day, a giant ice cream, and not a care in the world. What could possibly go wrong? Inside, googly-eyed aliens stared. A big red button caught her attention. Then, zap, back to town, just in time for another ice cream.
and as you can see, it came out looking really cool. I'd say this is a very solid generation for a simple story with a fun twist to it. Of course, there are still a few little things that give away that it was AI generated, but honestly, considering how fast we pulled this together, the outcome is impressive and very good looking. It really shows how much of a difference Nano Banana makes when you're working on full stories instead of just single images. The ability to edit, refine, and keep everything consistent makes it a perfect fit for advanced storytelling projects like this. So now you know how to create your own animated stories with Nano Banana and Kling, whether you're just starting out as a beginner or you're already a more advanced AI user. With OpenArt, it's all in one place. It's simple, it's easy to do, and it's really quick to put together. The cool thing is you're not just making random clips, you're creating full stories with characters, voice lines, music, and animations that actually feel fun and alive. And that's what makes this tool so powerful. You don't need a big team or months of work. You can literally sit down, run through the steps, and in just minutes have something really impressive to share. So if you want to try it out yourself, click the link down in the description and start using OpenArt to create your own amazing animated stories, just like we did today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.